Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I'm your host, Kitsap Sun reporter Josh Farley. I'm standing in front of Tony's Pizza in West Bremerton, and as usual, I've got 5 stories that you just got to know about happening in Bremerton this week. Story number 1 is Tony's Pizza. This place has been around for 50 years, and its current ownership hopes that it's around for 50 more.
It began as a pizza place in 1966. About a year or so later, Tony Zampella took it over and owned it for 30 years and really created an institution here. He made really good pizza and really good food, authentic Italian food. And in addition to good food and his desire to give good service, he was a character, a real personality, very charming, and people came after a while as much for Tony as they did for his food. And I started here as a cook in 1988, and a few years later, in 95, when Tony wanted to retire, he offered to sell me the place, and so I jumped at the chance. It's pretty simple. We just continue to try and do what Tony did and try not to change anything, and I think that's why we've been here.
Story number 2 comes to us from the Bremerton Food Mart in East Bremerton. This is a sad story. People have been stealing the aluminum foil out of this place so often that the owner actually opened up a roll and said, please just take small slices. These pieces of aluminum foil are used by drug addicts to smoke methamphetamine, to smoke heroin, to smoke opiates. It's a really unfortunate thing, but it is not a unique problem to Bremerton. However, this seems to be a very unique solution brought by one small business owner in East Bremerton. Story number 3 is that there is a new mural in downtown Bremerton. It's located right outside of Toro Lounge, just down the street from Burwell and 4th Streets, right off of Pacific Avenue. Very nautically themed. It was put together and painted by an Olympic College art class, and I spoke with the teacher of that class on Monday to find out more about it.
The students spent the first 3 or 4 weeks of the quarter actually thinking a lot, talking a lot about what's important to Bremerton, and as a public artwork, what can they actually give to Bremerton, what would be a benefit to the community. And so they struck on the notion of color. We need lots of color, and that we love our marine life. So they tied this into the alley by using the bricks that are on the ground and running them up along the side of the mural, and then making this sort of magical aquarium that goes in the background.
Story number 4 is that the Medieval Faire is coming to Bremerton. Now, the Medieval Faire's long been held up in Port Gamble. It's moving out to a space near the Bremerton Airport. It'll be held June 4th and 5th, all day long, and tickets are $10. It's free if you are under 16. And finally, story number 5 on the Bremerton Beat Blast this week is a very exciting beer event that's coming up at the Arena Sports Bar and Grill in East Bremerton. 31 breweries have gotten together from around the country to create 6 beers for a massive festival that will be happening in Seattle on June 11th. But this Friday at 5 p.m., you can go to the arena and have a sneak peek of some of those beers. They'll serve it until it runs out.
They're made one time, you'll never have them again, ever. We don't get a lot of breweries that aren't local here to Kitsap County. If they're not the big name or from Kitsap or the immediate surrounding areas, we just don't get it here, and we deserve it. It's gonna be packed and fun.
That's gonna do it for this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.